Welcome back. We are going to be continuing our look at economic terms. We're going to be focusing on specialization of trade today. Now, if you look at Tuesday's video, I went over the definition, but we're going to be focusing on this term with a little bit more specificity. All right? So first of all, let's do the definition. We said specialization of trade is focusing on a thing or things that are going to make you the most money. Now, here's the key. What does that look like? Well, we're going to start out by focusing on the person. We'll work our way to the country. So let's focus on a person. And that's not the person, by the way. But we'll say that there's a farmer, and we'll call that farmer Caleb. All right, Caleb, I know you're watching. So congratulations, ladies and gentlemen. Caleb has a dream. He only has one dream, and that is to be a farmer. Caleb loves raising cattle, and in fact, Farmer Caleb, well, my voice just went there. And in fact, Farmer Caleb, his steaks are known not only nationwide, but internationally. Caleb's steaks are considered some of the best, if not the best steaks on the planet. That's where he makes most of his money. And he also grows potatoes too. But, you know what? He kind of breaks even with potatoes. Breaking even means you're not losing money off of doing this, but you're not really making a huge profit. You're just even. You're just making enough not to go into debt. So he grows potatoes. It's not that great at potatoes. But this is what he's good at. Raising cattle. This is where he makes most of his money. So one day, Farmer Caleb has a fantastic idea. He says, you know what? Instead of sinking money into growing potatoes, which I'm not that great at, and basically most of the money that I'm making is off of steaks, that's actually what I'm best at. You know what? I'm going to sink all of my money into what I'm best at, raising cattle. So that's what Caleb does. So that would be called specialization of trade, or specializing in a trade. Caleb is focusing on the thing or things that he is best at. In this case, raising cattle. Now, with specialization of trade, there can be a danger sometimes. So I want you to think about this. If he sinks all of his money, if he puts all of his time and effort into raising cattle, what happens if there's a disease that goes through the cattle and kills all the cattle off? Well, now he's sunk. His entire business is destroyed because he was dependent on that one thing. So Caleb does not want to focus on one thing. He wants to specialize in more than one. He wants to specialize in multiple things. That way, if one of them goes down, he's still good. All right? Now, if we're talking about a country, we would say that a country that focuses on just one thing, that specializes in just one area of trade, we call them a single product economy. And that country is also in danger. But think about it. It's not just one person going down, it's the entire country's economy that can crash. If that single product economy, if that product ever gets destroyed or goes away, that country's economy crashes. So we say with a country, you want to be a multi-product economy. You want to specialize in multiple things. That way, if one thing goes down, you're still good to go because your entire economy is not dependent on that one thing. Right? Think about all the different types of jobs that exist in the United States. You've got manufacturing jobs. By the way, got the cattle right there. You've got manufacturing jobs. You've got fishing jobs. You have agricultural jobs. You have banking jobs, insurance jobs, services. All sorts of services include banking and insurance. But you've got a whole range of jobs in the United States. So if one job goes away, the entire economy of the United States doesn't crash. So the United States would be a multi-product economy. Right? Now, if you wanted to take a look at individual states, this will be our last example. If you want to take a look at individual states in the United States. So remember, the United States is one country, but we're taking a look at one of the states in the United States. All right? I always say that because sometimes middle school students will think that when I say a state, that's another country, and they mix up state and country. So just keep that in mind. The United States is a country broken up into 50 sections that we call states. So let's take a look at the state of Florida, which also happens to be my home state, by the way. So with Florida, would you say that Florida is known for growing oranges? right? Well, hopefully you all said yes, because of course it's true. You can go to the grocery store, and it seems like half of the when you look at the orange juice section, slash fruit juice section, it looks like half of the companies have Florida in the title. All right, Florida is known for growing oranges, but is all of Florida dependent on orange growing? Oh, of course not. That'd be terrible. Could you imagine if they had a bad year of orange growing, or if they had a frost that went through and destroyed the oranges? Their entire economy would collapse if all of Florida's economy is based off of oranges. But instead, agriculture is one part of Florida's economy. But you know another part of Florida's economy? Tourism. All right, now some students mix this up, not terrorism, tourism, okay? So tourism is where whatever area, whether it's a state or whether it's a country, whatever area you're in, you have things that attract people from outside of your state or outside of your country to come to that place to experience whatever that thing is. And in the process, they spend money at all the local businesses. And so that brings in extra money into your economy, right? So what does that mean? Let's be specific. So think about Florida. Florida doesn't depend just on oranges. Florida has tourism. Well, why? Because they're a peninsula, and they have these wonderful beaches that go all the way around. Now, I was born on the Atlantic side, right? But you also have the Gulf side. There's just a ton of beaches, whether you are on the Atlantic side or the Gulf side. Well, people come from outside of Florida, so they'll come from Alabama, they'll come from Texas, they'll come from Tennessee, West Virginia, Missouri, Michigan, wherever. They will come to Florida for vacation because it's got warm weather and these really pretty beaches. Well, guess what? When they come to those beaches, I mean, unless you're just one of these people who likes to go on vacation and just cook everything yourself, all right, before you get there, which isn't really a vacation at that point, most people when they go on vacation, they're going to go out to the local restaurants, they're going to pay for a hotel, they're going to go to all sorts of different businesses. Well, guess what? That's extra money coming into those businesses because it's coming from out of state. That money isn't normally available for those businesses in Florida. But when you have people coming from out of town, they spend all their money in the local economy with all the local businesses, and those businesses make money, right? So Florida has tourism that specializes in, as well as agriculture when it comes to citrus fruit like oranges, right? That way, if oranges go down, they still got tourism, right? Not to mention, not only do they have beaches, but they do have this tiny little theme park called Disney World, all right? So they make a lot of money off of that too. So I hope that makes sense. If this doesn't make sense, again, email me. I'll be on conference at the normal time as well if you have any questions, all right? Now, for you guys, Specialization of Trade, we're going to make this fairly easy. So you remember the other video we did exchange rates. That was fairly easy. We're going to go fairly easy for Specialization of Trade, all right? So what you're submitting to me is simple. I want you to pick 3 countries in Latin America, all right? I want you to pick 3 countries in Latin America, any 3 countries in Latin America, and I want you to tell me, are they a single product economy or are they a multi-product economy? And no matter if you say they're a single product economy, you need to tell me what is that product that they focus on. If they're a multi-product economy, because I mean sometimes we might have a country that has a lot of products that it focuses on. If they're a multi-product economy, give me at least 3 things that they focus on, okay? So pick any 3 countries in Latin America, tell me, are they a single product economy or are they a multi-product economy, and then tell me what those products are. Again, if they're a multi-product economy, just give me 3 things that they focus on, okay? If you have any questions, again, I'll be on conference, and you can also email me. All right, take care, guys.